Asana is moving meditation, active meditation. And we use a very particular form of breath called Ujjayi pranayama. Ujjayi means victorious breath, and it's done in the back of the throat, like you were whispering the letter M. If you try it with your mouth open, it's like fogging your glasses. The problem with breathing with your mouth open is your throat will dry out because you have humidity on the exhale and the dry coolness of the room on the inhale. Lips closed, teeth slightly apart. So you create this hissing sound in the back of your throat. This is your tether to presence. One more thing I'll share is the exhales emphasized. Get your exhales as far out as you possibly can every time, and then match the length of your inhale equal to the exhale. This samavriti, or equal fluctuation, will create the trance that will allow for the full presence, the full yoga. All right, so from here, come to the front of your mat. Make sure that you have optional, if you do have them, 2 blocks, a strap, very helpful, and a blanket. So we'll begin in downward facing dog, allowing your knees to bend, allowing the heels to pedal out, and finding the long breath in the back of the throat. I'll set my timer. So asana, the postures, are a form of shape-shifting. We move through different forms of plant and animal life, mimicking their forms to glean their wisdom and to gain empathy with the other forms of life that human animals share this planet with. As you inhale, move out into plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. As you exhale, bend knees back to down dog. Inhale to plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, bent knees back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, bent knees back to down dog. Make it easy to distribute the weight evenly between your hands and feet. The arms are straight and the knees bent, so it's easy to lengthen your lower back and bring the abdomen close to the thighs. As you inhale, bring your knees to the ground, sink the spine in, draw the gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, arch your back, cat. Inhale, draw the spine in, take the gaze up, cow. Exhale, arch the back, press down, cat. 2 more on your own. Stay as intimate as you can with the basement of every exhale to feel the impulse, the pranic spark that delivers the inhale. On your next inhale, come neutral, and then press back to your heels, seal pose. This can be done with the legs together or apart, but as you inhale, lengthen your ribs, and then exhale, press back. Again, inhale, lengthen the ribs, look forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, slide your chest through your thumbs, and then come up onto your elbows for Sphinx pose. Shake out the hips, and begin to pull the ground under you. As you inhale, look up. Exhale, look under. Inhale, look up. Pull. Exhale, look under. 2 more. After your next exhale, Come to a neutral position. And then shift your hands back by the breast line. From here, find a Bhujangasana, Cobra. It's a minor back bend, pubic bone on the ground, shoulder blades drawn back. And the head can be slightly down, so the neck is long. Keeping the placement of the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, transition back to down dog. And again, just going to tread through the heels. Slight variation here. Turn your right foot out. So the outer blade of the right foot's on the ground. And come up on the fingertips of your right hand. Just the fingertips. Press strong through the palm of the left hand and through the outer blade of your right foot. You want to feel the sensations of your breath expanding and contracting between your ribs. Then switch side. Right hand flat. Come on the fingertips of the left hand, outer blade of your left foot, and open up through your flank. Come back to neutral position. And then slow walk to the front of the mat. As you come to the front, keep the knees deeply bent and walk out on your fingertips in front of you. You could also, if you like the blocks, put the hands on the blocks. It's like a baby elephant pose. My knees are bent, so it's easy. Again, just like in down dog before, we want to lengthen the lower back and spread the ribs and abdomen onto the thighs. And keeping that intimate connection, let the head drop, let the hands drop. Full breaths. Keeping the knees soft, round up slow. Head down. And once you're all the way upright, make big circles with your shoulders. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit here. I think we're too close. You can see the bottom there. All right. So from here, as you inhale, raise your arms over your head. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. Press down through your right foot. And again, open up through the intercostal muscles. These are little muscles between your ribs. Inhale, come up tall, switch the grip to the left hand. Press down through the left foot, open through your side body. Inhale up tall and exhale the arms around. Just shake everything out. And we'll come into a flow. So if you're using your blocks, you want to keep them just at the outer edges of the front of the mat. Remember to move at your own pace. Everything is optional. If there's any kind of sharp pain, obviously listen to your body. Don't push through that. Make variations. I'll try to offer them as I can intuit. Hands in prayer. We offer gratitude for all the conditions that allow us to be here. We honor the fragility of our lives and use this practice to come intimate into the spark of life and vitality so that we may be our best for others and ourselves. Exhale completely out. When the inhale comes, raise your arms around and up. Look up to your palms. Exhale, forward bend. It's fine to bend the knees. Inhale the hands to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Look forward. Exhale, fold in half, everything out. Inhale, lift your head. Take your arms out to the sides. Palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to prayer. When the inhale comes, raise your arms around and up, lifting the gaze as you lose sight of your hands. Exhale, swan dive forward. Find to bend the knees. Inhale, step the right foot back, lunging, come up on the fingertips. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale forward to a minor back bend, cobra. Exhale through bent knees, back to down dog. Inhale, take your right leg straight out behind you. Exhale, quietly step forward. Inhale, the left foot meets the right. Lengthen your upper back, look forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift your head, arms up to the sides. There's a little inhale left over after your palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana. When the inhale comes, raise your arms around and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, left foot steps back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, then step back, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. You want to feel all the CO2 get pushed out of the animal. Inhale, cobra, pull forward. Exhale through bent knees, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg out behind you, reach. Exhale, quietly step forward. Inhale, right foot meets left, extend your upper back, look forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift your head, arms up to the sides, palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to prayer. Variation. On the inhale, raise your arms around and up, look up. Exhale, forward bend over the legs. Inhale, right foot steps back, full lunge. Raise your arms up into the air. Exhale, warrior two, long lines from fingertip to fingertip. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up and back, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend the front knee, left elbow to knee, right arm over the ear. Inhale, reach the floor, step back. Optional to lower the knees, otherwise chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, pull into up dog. Exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale, the right leg out behind you. Exhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left shin. Inhale, hook your thumbs, arch back, low lunge. Exhale, step forward, interlace the fingers, keep the suppleness in your hands. Inhale, bend your knees, hook your thumbs, arch up and back, straight legs. Exhale, Tadasana. When the inhale comes, raise your arms around and up, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left foot steps back, full lunge, come up. Exhale, warrior two, long lines. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle, look up and back. Exhale, bend the front knee, left arm over the ear. Inhale, reach to the floor, step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower down as you like. Inhale to the back bend of your choice, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg out behind you. Exhale, step forward, lower the right shin down. Inhale, hook your thumbs, low lunge. Exhale, step forward, interlace opposite hand. Keep the suppleness. Inhale, bend your knees. Hook your thumbs, arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. Surya Namaskar A. On the inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Step or jump back. Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale to down dog. 5 breaths here. Take refuge in your exhales. Complete them every time so that the inhale is not a choice, it's an occurrence. The spark behind the inhale, it's called the prana vayu. I like to call it the impulse, which we then savor through the inhale to make equal length to the exhale. The bottom of the next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, hop to the front, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold in half, all the air out. Inhale, swan dive up to stand, palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana. All the breath out. Again, inhale, raise the arms, palms touch. Exhale, forward bend over the legs. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Step or float back, chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Breathing through. So our connection to the earth is a braided alliance between our body weight, the exhale, and gravity. We're working with our home world. Even as we have extension in the arms and contraction in the musculature, the breath ensures that there's a functional tension there. The bottom of the exhale, crouch, look forward. Inhale, hop to the front, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, reverse, swan dive up to stand, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees, tip the floor with your fingertips. Inhale, awkward chair, lift the arms. Exhale, twist to the right. 3 breaths here. Now the pro tip is to lean the weight back towards your heels a little bit. So you have a small wheelie at your toes. This is going to empower your spine to receive the range of motion of the twist, even as your center of gravity is moving towards your base of support. Inhale, back to awkward chair. Lift the arms. Exhale, twist to the left. No mercy. Full deep breaths. You want the breastbone to clear the threshold of your thumbnails. It's a twist. Inhale, back to awkward chair. Exhale, forward bend, Surya B. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Exhale, step or hop back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog, pull. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up high. Exhale, step quietly forward. Turn your left foot down behind you. Inhale, warrior one. Essentially, it's a back bend. Exhale, chaturanga. All the breath out as you lower. Inhale, up dog, pull. Exhale, down dog, press. Inhale, left leg lifts. Quietly exhale the foot forward, right arch down behind you. Inhale, warrior one, come up. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, pull. And exhale, press. Down dog. 5 breaths here. The bottom of the exhale, crouch, look forward. Inhale, jump to the front, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, Tadasana. On the same exhale, bend your knees, tip the floor with the fingertips. Inhale, lift the arms. One exhale to the right. Try to get it all the way out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back, forward bend. Keep the suppleness. Inhale, back to awkward chair. Exhale, twist to the left. Weights towards your heels. Inhale, back to center. Awkward chair. Exhale, forward bend. Do one more B series. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Step or jump back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog, pull. Exhale, press, down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg. Exhale, step forward, ninja-like, back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open up. Inhale, reach the floor. Plank pose, step back. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward, right arch down. Inhale, warrior one, come up. Exhale, long lines, warrior two. Inhale, reach to the floor, step back, plank pose. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Few breaths here. Remember, you can always lower your knees. Puppy pose is just as good. And remember, there's no panel to present your yogic credentials to. It's not a competition. This is for you. I'm going to bring the Mary Poppins energy to this. Keep it sweet with alacrity, as the great yogini Alison West would say. Joy in the effort. Bend the knees, crouch, look forward. Inhale, hop or step to the front, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Utkatasana, awkward chair. And exhale, Tadasana. All right, variations. Inhale, awkward chair. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Step or jump back to plank, or halfway down. Inhale to your back bend. And exhale to down dog. Let's inhale, take the right leg up high, bend the knee, open the hip like a dog at a fire hydrant. And as you exhale, close your hip. Hide your right knee behind your left knee. Inhale, open the hip. This lubricates the joint. Exhale, close the hip. Turn in. Inhale, open. Straight arms. Exhale, close the hip. Inhale, open the hip. And then exhale, quietly step the right foot forward. Turn the left heel down. Lead with the left arm around the nope. Warrior two. And then lower the arms for a second. Circle the shoulders. So the center of gravity, your pelvis, your core musculature, you want to lower it down into the base of support. Base of support is whatever is touching the ground. Check that the front knee is tracking, not in or out. It doesn't have to be over the heel. You could be here, but you don't want to be occulting your big toe with your knee. Hold your elbows behind your back and allow the floating ribs, kidneys, adrenals to feel the support of the forearms. Turn the chest a little more open towards the wall you're facing, minding that the right knee is not drifting in. Right? Raise the palms, shoulders are down. And then your drishti, your gaze over the right palm. If you wish, turn the palms down. That's long enough, I think. Inhale, plank pose, step back. Now in plank, settle your left hand under your face. Come to the outside edge of your left foot. Now, if you need to, you step your right foot out in front of you. So you have 3 points. Raise the right arm up. Otherwise, stack your feet. Keep the musculature of the legs nice and taut. Exhale the hands to the floor. Let's come back to down dog. Just for a moment, soften through the knees. Let the weight of your body penetrate your home world. Long exhales. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale to down dog. Other side, let's inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open your hip. Exhale, close the hip. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, inner spiral. Inhale, open, outer spiral. Exhale, close, inner spiral. Inhale, open, and then slow, ninja-like, step forward. Right arch down behind you. Inhale, lead with your right arm around and up, warrior two. And then again, let the arms come down, circle the shoulders. Right, so the functional tension is our legs here, our core. Non-functional tension would be like I'm holding it in my neck and I'm getting tight around my ears. Right, shake all that out. Hold the forearms behind your back. Let your kidneys, adrenals, floater ribs feel the sensations of breath there. Support. Then arms level to the ground, palms up initially. Gaze over the left palm, and if you want to, palms down. As you inhale, reach to the floor, step back to plank. Bring the right hand under your face. Outside edge of the right foot on the floor. Again, you can use 3 points. That's great. Or 2. As you become more comfortable with the poses, intensity, risk, edge will help support that trance and the flow. As long as the breath rules, the breath never stops. Exhale, hand to the floor, down dog. You can stay in down dog if you prefer. Come to the vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale, stick the right leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open the hip. Ninja-like, step forward with the right foot. Turn the back heel down. And then lightly, like a sparrow on a branch, right elbow on the knee. From here, you can take the left hand behind you, so the fingers are coming into the crook of the right hip. So the shoulder blade of the left, actually both shoulder blades draw back, tailbone down. So you're reaching all the way to the outer blade of the left foot. From there, take the left arm diagonally over the ear. And if you wish, you can bring your right hand either to a block or the outside edge of the foot as you turn your chest open. On the exhale, you're going to reach the left hand down. You may want to use blocks here. Lift the back heel up. Keep the front knee bent. Okay, with the back heel up and the front knee bent. On the next inhale, lift your back leg and keep the front knee bent. And walk the blocks out a little bit so you can lengthen your spine. Square the pelvis like you had a cup of tea on your sacrum. And then slowly, slowly start to straighten the front leg. I'm going to come up a little higher. I'm out of shape. Nice. From here, carefully bring the back foot down. If your knee's sensitive, you can fold over or origami the mat and bring the knee down. So we're here. I have a 90-degree angle in the front leg, shoulders back. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, twist to the right. The hands in prayer. If you're more open, you can always bring your hand to the floor. And optional, lift the back knee. Just keep the center of gravity low. Nice 7 pounds of pressure between your hands. So as you breathe, your breastbone clears the threshold of your thumbnails. Exhale, hands to the ground. Release the left edge of the mat. Step back to plank, down dog. If you wish, move through the vinyasa. As we go deeper and deeper, the intuition takes over. That feeling of, yeah, I want to, energetically. Listen for that. And if the body doesn't want it, respect. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee and slowly step forward, ninja-like. Outer edge of the right blade down. And bring the left elbow lightly onto the knee. And the right fingertips into the crook of the hip. Find the length of your exhale. As you tuck your tail down and your shoulder blades down, right outer blade adheres to the floor in a long line through the right side. Optional, of course, to come lower, as long as you feel like you can articulate wherever you put your attention. Sometimes when there's too much stability, we feel trapped. You can always dilate a pose. Exhale the right hand down, lift your back foot. And again, hands out on the blocks or on fingertips if you don't have blocks yet. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, you're going to lift your back leg, get square in your hips. Like you could set the table on you. And then from there, slowly begin to straighten the standing leg. Warrior 3 prep. Good. From here, exhale the back foot down. And then origami the mat over if your knee's sensitive. And we'll come up to a low lunge. Okay, left thumb pulls the left hip down as you inhale. Raise your right arm, full breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, hands in prayer. So I invite you to take the same variation you chose from the other side. As well, not to jinx you, but falling happens. I like to think of it as the frontier between stability and a new skill. The kinder we are to ourselves in the learning process, the faster we heal, grow, and evolve. This is a fact we learn through trial and error. Hands to the ground. Inhale to plank pose. Again, either through down dog or through the vinyasa. Go with your intuition. What does the energy want your animal to do? As you inhale, let's bring the knees to the ground at the same time. And then sit back on the heels for Vajrasana. If this is too much flexion on your legs, again, the block is great. You can put it and sit on it here, any level you want. Otherwise, if you're comfortable down, take your hands into a fist just under your breastbone. If you haven't seen this before, it's a figure 8 with a spine. As I exhale, I'm going to round, getting all the CO2 out of the animal. The inhale, I lift my head, open the heart and back bend. On the exhale, I round all the CO2 out. The inhale, I arch. So do 6 of these. Let's keep going. So it's a figure 8. We're looking for even, non-rushed. You'll notice your core temperature starts to go up again through this movement. And we're listening through feeling. So our synesthetic sensibilities start to kick in. Let's come up on the next inhale, all the way up onto the knees. Now, my knees are sensitive. I loaded a wood stove last year and My left knee didn't like it. So I'm going to put something smushy under him. Tuck the toes. Good. And then with your hands, tuck them up. So you can start to address your carpal tunnels. Lift your chest, but please don't throw your head back. We want to defend the lumbar and cervical curves. They move together. They are both hypermobile. So as you tuck your tail down, turn your thighs in and feel the back bend around your heart, thoracic area. Teeth are apart, lips are together, and your vision is vast, unfurrowed brow. Behold through your whole vision. Inhale, come up, and exhale for fun. It's a blast, right? Sit down on your heels and grab your pinky toes. You know, pull them forward so all the piggies are getting equally stretched. You can walk your knees a little closer in. And then again, holding the forearms so that the back body feels supported here. Okay, as you inhale, you're going to come up. Okay, you can take the same variation if you want, or trust fall. So I'm going to externally rotate my arms. It's a trust fall, back to the heels. As I ground, I lift. So the pelvis forward. You're going to feel breath as shape change, all the tissues expanding and contracting. One more breath. Through the inhale, lift up from your heart. And then exhale, have a seat. Let's take a moment, just feel how that's affected your chemistry, your psychology, nervous system. Go ahead and remove the blanket and slowly come up onto your hands and knees. Now your knees were just bound. So now we're going to realign and flood. One leg at a time. Switch legs. Contracting the muscle towards the bone. Back to plank pose. Imagine you're a hollow feather. Arms are straight and the shoulders are in the sockets. So the heart is a little melted. And then back to down dog. So perhaps by now you're feeling your strength dynamic in down dog is alloyed. It's not just skeletal, it's not just musculature, it's not just breath, it's not just energy, it's not just attitude, it's not just gaze, right? It's alloyed. Let's bend the knees, crouch, look forward. Inhale, hop or step to the front, separate your feet about hip distance, and then you're gonna grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Allow the knees to soften, so again, you can parallel the thighs and extend your ribs. On the exhale, pull down and slowly begin to extend the legs. No, they don't have to straighten. Extension is in the direction of straightening, but we're looking for a pleasant amount of intensity here. Padangustasana. The head relax. Contract the quads so the hamstrings extend. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, put your palms under your feet. Tread on your hands. Padahastasana. Pada's foot, hasta's hand. Inhale, look forward. Whoa. Exhale, hands to the pelvis. Inhale, back bend up to stand. Arch back, look behind you. And as you come upright, this is super important. Look down at your toenails. Look down. So the breastbone's lifted, the chin is tucked so your brainstem lengthens. This upper lock is called Jalandhara Bandha, and it prevents swooning and fainting. It creates a capsule where your energy, vitality is centered into your heart chakra. Okay, when the blood pressure feels normal, you can raise the head. All right. So from here, one more standing pose, and then we'll come to the floor. I'm old school. I used to do 90-minute classes. The 60-minute stuff's for the birds, but happy to oblige. All right. Inhale, bend the knees, jump open. You're going to turn your right foot out. Okay, now the pro tip here, and not everybody agrees, but here's my logic. Your heels are in one line. Your pelvis is not facing forward. Not. We're going to pivot it. Different traditions say different things. We're pivoting it so that we do not jam into the left side of the SI joint. This is where your sacrum and your pelvis connect. We don't want to force ligaments. We don't want to jam ligaments. That's what happens when we get checked in sports or you sat too long or something. So you want to use the hypermobility of your hip joints, ball and sockets. Reach forward and back. Reach, 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 reach. Again, this is where you might want to block. Could be on the inside or outside, pushing down. As your chest rotates open, you don't have to raise your arm. You can come here. The shoulder's injured, or you feel tight. Eventually the arm lifts. You don't have to look up. Eventually the gaze would come to your thumbnail. Left thumbnail. Trikonasana. As you inhale, stand up. You take the block with you. Pivot your right foot in and left foot out. Okay, copy paste all that stuff I said. And pull the left hip back. Reach, 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 reach. If you have a weighted block, it's even better. And then the block either inside or outside the foot. Let's check something here. If you palpate for the top of your right pelvis and your lowest floating rib, knit them together. Knit them together so the underside of the body is symmetrical to the top side. Okay, right arm could come up. It could be behind your head. Full breaths. Trikonasana. And you want some gravitas in the pose. If someone bumped into you, they wouldn't knock you over. And you feel your roots springing out through the soles of your feet and gripping the underside of the floor. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, turn the feet in. If you want to, you can use the block in front of you. Okay, hands to your pelvis. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pivot from your pelvis forward and down. Now the hands could stay at your pelvis. They could clasp behind your back. You could grab your big toes. Or you could bring your hands to the floor. There's 4 classical variations. Choose your own adventure. As you breathe, the weight slightly forward towards the balls of the feet. Keep the quads contracting. Inhale, look forward. And then we're going to walk the feet in. Walk the feet in. Come to a squat. Right hand to fist, left hand open palm. So you get that functional tension, the isometric force to open the groin. And then very important, you're lifting your pelvic floor so that your vital force is moving prana up your central channel. Switch hands. The more we do the physical practice, the more we begin to sense our energetic anatomy, our luminous body, our vital body, which is said in many, many, many traditions to survive the shock of the animal's death. We get familiar with our light body in advance of the physical body dying. Go ahead and have a seat. Once you sit down, I'm going to bounce the legs out. Great. Now, from here, let's bring the feet together, about a foot from the groin, and hold on to your ankles. So at this point, we're starting to land the plane now. As you inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, lean back, let your head drop. Inhale, open through the spine, look up. Exhale, round. And all the CO2 out of the animal. When the impulse comes, inhale with it. Draw the spine in, look up. This time, exhale, fold forward. So hold loosely under your feet. We're not going to pull up. As you press your feet together, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, start to fold. Eventually face into your feet. Tara asana, this is star pose. Allow gravity to help. There is tension in the pose, but each breath we're scanning for non-functional tension and releasing it with a sense of humor. It's inhale, you're going to come up. Bring your knees together. So I'll show you from the front view first. You have symmetry between your feet and your knees because we don't want to twist the sacrum. Okay. Actually, let's start here. Hands in prayer, open your chest, like you have a thread connecting from the ceiling in front of you to your heart. Spine is drawn in. And then keeping that lift, find a twist to your right. Checking that the knees have not shifted on you. Very important that there's no twist in the sacrum. Très bien. And tournez à gauche. Another pro tip, always twist right before you twist left. The way the colon is laid out, you want to make sure that the waste products are moving from right across and down to left. If you reverse it, you've probably found a job in politics. Inhale, come back to center. Okay, now from here, I'm going to separate the feet a little bit. I like to use fists. If your wrists don't like flexion, use your fists. Draw the shoulders back and inhale, lift your pelvis up for tabletop. So the glutes might be slightly engaged, but you don't want to fire them. You want your tailbone to be able to move forward. Inhale, lift to your highest point. And exhale, come down. Very good. All right, from here, we'll take one last down dog just to integrate everything. So if you want, you can cross your ankles, hands in front of you. As you lean forward, jump back. We move through the vinyasa. Even several ways you can do this next one. Either jump through your hands into staff pose, or if you need a little bit more space from the ground, use your blocks. Make sure they're either flat or on the second level. Don't use the third level. Crouch and then jump through. From here, staff pose. So And pull back the flesh of your seat. Flex your feet, hands by your hips. Open through your chest. Feeling pretty vital here. Raise your arms, draw the spine in. But keep the suppleness. The diaphragm moves. Body changes shape as it breathes. And there's alacrity, joy in the work. From here, you're going to bend your right knee into flexion. Left hand at the knee, right hand at the shin. Ardha Dandasana, half staff pose. Turn your right hip out to the side. Okay, and there's a couple ways we can do this. Depending on your flexibility level, you can put something under your knee. That's totally good. Just want to ground in. Also, straps around the foot. So the spine is long, right? Rounding over is the illusion of going forward because the eyes came closer to the knee. If anything, you'd want to put your eyes on your ankle. So it's nice and long. You're looking for a comfortable amount of intensity here that isn't totally relegated by your narrative, meaning the first impression, sure, it's there, but we're interested in what it's referring to, the living experience under the blah, blah. Okay, as you inhale, you can come up. Extend the right leg forward. Left knee first into flexion. Make a nice solid knee capsule, shoulders back. And so from the hip, you turn out. Okay, you may or may not need to use the same prop alignment, but you got them there if you need. And remember, there's no panel to present your credentials to here. If you're rounding over for someone's imaginary approval, just back it up. Get the spine long. It's way more valuable in the long run. And keep the right leg engaged without lifting up the right sit bone. Still anchored. Nice. And then come up. And you guessed it, both legs forward. Paschimottanasana. So you could continue to use the blanket under your knees or your bathrobe strap around your feet. So Paschimo means western stretch. West is the back of the body. If we were doing sun salutations to the rising sun in the east, our back body's west. Get it? So the west is from your heels to the base of your skull, all as long as possible. Another pro tip here is to turn the thighs in so that your core is activated, so as is lengthening. Nice. And inhale, they're going to come up. And again, you can use your fists behind you or flat palms. Point your feet for Purdvottanasana, Eastern stretch. You're going to lift up. You can take the head back, but don't let it drop back. Be sensitive to the length of the back of your neck. Optional to do breath of fire. As you inhale, come to your highest point, and exhale down. All right. From here, you can use a block with a blanket on it, or a thick pillow. This is called Viparita Karani. It's my favorite inversion because It's easy. There's no risk to your neck at all. And you practically get all the benefit of the other inversions. It's also a good reset pose around 4 o'clock during the afternoon when you're feeling tired. You can do this. So how do I get into it? I'm going to lie down, lift the pelvis up, and slip the prop configuration under my sacrum. Get that flat triangular bone at the base of the spine, and then take your legs up and feel around. If you're right on the block, you might like that hardness to articulate, like a bear against a tree, and like rub it out. And eventually, we take the legs straight up. And at this point, you can completely let go of your breathing. We're in the finishing poses, or in cooking terms, we're marinating now. First part of the practice is warming up. So we give the body a lot of repetitive, familiar, relatively easy movements to warm up. And then as you build the heat, we're cooking. It's like the held poses and the sweating. But now as we're close to landing the plane, we're in the marinating phase. So all of that chemical goodness that we've released from our inner pharmacia can soak into the cellular communities. If you're wondering, yes, I microdosed before my practice. Why not? My friend grew them. There's a horde of mystic benefits to this particular position. Less mystical is that you'll avoid cankles. You know, those swole up ankles? As you get the old blood that doesn't circulate because most people are upright all the time to flow down. This gives the heart a break, and extra blood to the brain, which is definitely good these days. The mystic benefits is that your sun, your fire center, your digestive center is altitudinally, is that a word? It's higher than your moon, your inner pharmacy, your pituitary pineal. So what that effectively does is creates this mystic union of a red and a white element inside of you that creates epiphany, heart understanding, direct knowing. We know that we've held this sufficiently long. Let's say if you're not using a timer, which, you know, you'd set it for 5 minutes really for this one. You would know that you held it long enough without a timer if you started to remember some of your dreams from last night. This tunes us into the frequencies between waking and dreaming, which are the mystic realms. Realms where we abide in realities without the constraint of physics and animal bodies. You are more than welcome to stay longer if you wish, but to respect our hour, I'm going to slowly bend the knees, savor the descent, take your time. Feet quietly come down and settle there for a second. And peel the sacrum up off of the blocks, or move the block. And then as you come down, just hug your knees into your chest. Okay, best practice for Shavasana is to take blanket, pillow under your hamstrings. So you have some buffering there in those spaces. Cover your midriff. You may want to cover your eyes. So the back of the body is carefully placed against the earth. We've shapeshifted through all kinds of forms of plant and animal life now to assume the form of the dead, the corpse, with its back to the underworld. As we are very close to the hour, and as I shared, I am old school, 10-minute Shavasana, 10 minutes, so that your biological body, your animal body can soak up all of the electrical, chemical goodness of the practice. We call this settling the body in its natural state. While at the same time the body relaxes and settles, we keep our vigilant awareness dilated in the room. You would not be startled if a loud noise happened. You are ready. But chill, not jumpy at all, just ready. You may be able to observe the breath without participating in the breath. This gives the attention an object. So give yourself a few more minutes to completely settle, checking in about every 5 breaths that the animal is relaxed. The awareness is dilated, sensitized. That the attention has not become chloroformed and abducted by a memory, imagination, or projection of a future outcome. Emotionally, we're in an affirmative mode, radiating yes through the water of the body to all the cellular communities. This magical machine that keeps the show called you going almost thanklessly. Thank you for giving this time to yourself. It will benefit many others who cross your path. Namaste.